There's this place called Prescott Academy, but don't let the word academy fool you. This isn't Hogwarts, it isn't a boarding school, and it definitely isn't one of those cute teen Netflix schools where everyone has perfect hair. Nope. Prescott Academy is a childhood prison camp for assassins. The US government takes orphaned girls, little kids, and instead of sending them to a foster home or something, they're like, you know what? Let's turn these kids into lethal weapons. Classes aren't math and history. No, they're knife throwing, languages, combat strategy, and advanced hacking. Instead of passing notes, these kids are passing grenades. And the person running it all is Hardman, the kind of guy who looks like he's never smiled once in his life. Well, his rule of survival? Don't get attached, because the second you care about someone, that's when you're vulnerable.
What do we say, ladies? No attachments!
Among all these girls, there's one who stands out, number 83. And trust me, she's scary good. Think of her as the Hermione Granger of a murder academy. She's top of every class, unbeatable in training, and always 10 steps ahead of the rest. Which, of course, paints a giant target on her back. Her biggest rival is number 84, and this girl cannot stand her. Picture Regina George, but with black belt level skills and the ability to snap your arm in half. That's 84, and every time 83 shines, 84 just simmers with pure rage. But here's the thing. 83 isn't like the others. While they're sharpening knives and perfecting takedowns, she's secretly sneaking in rom-coms, teen magazines, and daydreams about what prom, dating, and even a normal family might feel like. She doesn't want to be a weapon forever, and that's the seed of everything that's about to go wrong. So Hardman finally sends 83 out on her first real missions. And just like everyone expected, she handles them with ease. Her first job was to steal a briefcase, and she makes it look effortless, almost like it is child's play. Then, she gets sent after Victoria Knox, a dangerous arms dealer who is basically on every government's most wanted list. Now, Knox is no joke. She's brilliant, ruthless, and stylish in that classic movie villain way. The mission goes wrong almost immediately. A huge fight breaks out. Chaos erupts everywhere, and Knox and 83 are sent flying away in a giant balloon. Before Knox can shoot at 83, she jumps into a raging river. Immediately, Knox is captured by Prescott. In that moment, 83 realizes this is her chance. Prescott believes she's dead, which means she finally has freedom. Instead of returning, she disappears, hacks a new identity, and reinvents herself as Megan Walsh, a foreign exchange student. Now, her mission is no longer about spies or secrets. It's about surviving high school. So Megan arrives in this quiet little suburb and moves in with the Larson family. The mom is super bubbly and welcoming. And then there's Liz, their teenage daughter. And Liz takes one look at Megan and instantly decides, nope, I don't trust her. Liz wasn't wrong. Megan was weird, like really weird. On her first day of school, it was obvious she had studied normal teenage behavior from movies. She was overdressed, she didn't understand sarcasm, and she analyzed the cafeteria like it was a war map. She literally broke down the cliques in her head like she was studying enemy formations. Jocks over here, nerds over there, queen bees ruling at the top of the food chain. And in her assassin brain, she figured, okay, survival strategy, infiltrate the popular crowd. If I become one of them, I'll be safe. So naturally, she targets Cash, the school's golden boy. He's a musician, he's cute, and every girl screams for him. And Megan decides, yep, that's the guy. Which of course means she completely ignores Roger, the sweet, nerdy guy who cares about her. Megan could kill a man with a paperclip without breaking a sweat, but the moment she tried to flirt, she completely fell apart. She fumbled cheesy lines, misread every signal, and turned every attempt into second-hand embarrassment. It was like watching Jason Bourne try to ask someone to prom. Unexpected, painful, and hilarious all at once. Then one day in the school hallway, a jock thought it would be funny to slap Megan's butt as she walked by. Big mistake. Without hesitation, Megan grabbed his arm, spun him around, and slammed him to the ground in front of everyone. The whole class froze. The bully was humiliated, and Megan instantly made it clear she wasn't someone to mess with. It was the first glimpse of her assassin skills breaking through her normal teenager act. Not long after that, while working as the school mascot, Megan was suddenly attacked by masked guys. She was completely outnumbered, but her assassin training kicked in instantly. Within seconds, she wiped the floor with them. It was 1 against 10, and she absolutely dominated. The crowd went wild. Phones were out, everyone was filming, and it looked like the most insane fight the school had ever seen. But here was the twist. They were not assassins at all. They were just pranksters from a rival school trying to mess with the team. Megan had basically treated a harmless school prank like it was a full-blown Black Ops mission. The video exploded online, and overnight, she became a legend. The awkward new girl was suddenly the most popular person in school, but that kind of fame always came with a price. Prescott discovered that she was still alive. Hardman tracked her down, injected her with truth serum, and demanded answers. And in that moment, Megan finally confessed the truth she had been carrying all along. She did not want to be a weapon. She did not want to be Prescott's tool. What she wanted was a normal life, friends, family, love.
I don't think I really want to be an assassin. I just want to be normal.
You're a Prescott. Prescotts don't cry.
Hardman let her go, but not without a warning. Victoria Knox had escaped, and even worse, she was not alone. She had joined forces with Heather, Megan's old rival, number 84. The girl who had been waiting for a chance to take her down was now working with one of the most dangerous criminals alive, which meant Megan's fight was far from over. Instead of finding peace, she suddenly had 2 nightmares closing in on her at once. From there, things only spiraled into pure chaos as Megan tried to balance her fake high school life, awkwardly chasing after cash, struggling to bond with Liz, and at the same time dodging international criminals who were hunting her down. After going to a party and having a blast, Liz eventually starts warming up to Megan. This is when Megan tells Liz the truth about Prescott and her background, and decides to take down Knox and Heather together at the homecoming. Heather and Knox crash the party, and suddenly the gym turns into a war zone. Megan and Heather go head-to-head in one of the funniest fight scenes ever. There's punching, flipping, hair pulling, and yes, at one point, Liz saves Megan using a corn dog as a weapon. Back at the Larsons' house, Knox is waiting, and this is where we get the big reveal. Knox isn't just a random villain. She was Prescott's very first student, number 1. She was the original experiment, the blueprint for all the assassins, and now she wants revenge against the entire system.
You know, you can call me Victoria. Why don't you call me number 1?
You're a Prescott.
The original Prescott, sweetheart.
For Megan, this isn't just about survival anymore. It's about deciding who she is. Is she Prescott's weapon or her own person? After a brutal showdown, Megan manages to protect the Larsons, save her friends, and defeat Knox with Prescott's help. In the end, Megan did more than just survive. She finally found the life she always wanted. She had a real family, she had true friends, and she even chose Roger over the shallow dreamboat Cash. For the first time, she was living on her terms. And in a surprising twist, even Hardman admitted he cared in his own strange way. He gave her something she never thought she would have, the option to keep working undercover while still holding on to her normal life. And just like that, Megan Walsh, once number 83, the perfect assassin, finally gets to be a teenager. So yeah, surviving high school turned out to be more dangerous than surviving a battlefield. And that's what makes this 2015 movie, Barely Lethal, such a wild ride. But did Megan truly escape Prescott's control? Or is she still just a pawn in someone else's mission? Comment your thoughts below. And when you're ready for even more crazy recaps, check out the next video I've got lined up. It might just be even crazier than this one.